Good evening, guys. All are getting my screen and voice. Please confirm in chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So thanks for update. Right, guys. So in yesterday's session, we discussed about right. So what are the different instance states are available, and what are the right, family members are available. Right, all those things we discussed in last session. Fine. So as part of today's session, right, see guys, what we are going to discuss. See, I want to launch one virtual. I want to launch one virtual machine. I want to launch one EC2 virtual machine. If you want to launch the EC2 virtual machine, what we require? What we require? Few mandatory things are there to create the virtual machine. What we require? Observe carefully, guys. Very, very important. Launching virtual machine. Launching virtual machine using EC2 service. Using EC2 service. Launching virtual machine using EC2 service. If you want to launch the virtual machine using EC2 service, what we require? What we require, guys? Observe carefully, guys. Right, to launch the virtual machine, we should have the AMI, guys. AMI stands for Amazon Mission Image. Amazon Mission Image. Amazon Mission Image is required. AMI stands for Amazon Mission Image. This is kind of template, guys. This is just a template. Right, based on this template only we are going to create, guys. See, if you guys want to create one resume, right, if you guys want to create the resume, you guys will ask the template or not. Right, format, guys. Template you guys will ask or not. Based on the template, you guys will create the resume. Here also, if you want to create the Linux virtual machine, we should have one template. Inside the template, you will get operating systems and all those things, guys. Inside the template, you will get operating system and all those things. What is this AMI? We will discuss, guys. We will discuss in today's session. Okay, right here AMI is required, guys. Next we require key pair. Key pair also is required, guys. Key pair must be required. Here key pair in the sense, here you will get public and private keys, guys. Public and private. Public and private you will get it here. Key pairs are required here. Next we require EBS. EBS stands for Elastic Block Store. EBS is required, guys. Elastic Block Store. This is one kind of hard disk, guys. This is kind of a hard disk. Elastic Block Store is required. Next one is VPC is required, guys. VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. Virtual Private Cloud. Virtual Private Cloud is required, VPC. Next we require security groups. Security groups also required, guys. In the security groups, we need to enable, we need to configure inbound and outbound rules. Inbound and outbound rules, guys. Outbound rules we need to configure. See, guys, to create the virtual machine, all these things are mandatory, guys. AMI is required, key pair is required, Elastic Block Store is required, VPC is required, security groups also required. Have a look into this, guys. To create EC2 virtual machine, to create EC2 VM, what things are required? All these things are required, guys. AMI, key pair, EBS, VPC, security groups. What is AMI, guys? What is AMI stands for? Amazon Mission Image. What AMI will do? It will provide a template to create virtual machine. It will provide a template to create virtual machine, guys. Observe carefully, guys. Observe carefully. Let me draw the diagram, guys. You guys will get more clarity. See, guys, in my company, I'm working for one banking project, guys. And in my company, I'm working for one banking project. Okay, see guys, as a DevOps engineer, you should work for multiple projects, guys. Right? For every project, dedicated DevOps team is not available. For every project, one dedicated development team is available. For every project, one dedicated testing team is available. Then dedicated DevOps team is not available. As a DevOps engineer, you should work for multiple projects simultaneously. As a DevOps engineer, you should work for multiple projects simultaneously, not for single project, guys. Okay. Now, one banking project team asked me to create one Linux virtual machine with some resources. One banking project team asked me to create one Linux virtual machine. See, guys, this is one Linux virtual machine. And this is one Linux virtual machine. Inside one. This is one Linux virtual machine I am creating. Right, inside this, I am taking operating system, guys. Linux OS I am taking. Linux operating system I am taking. Next, inside this, I am taking RDS database. I am taking it here. RDS database I am taking. And inside this, I am taking web server like HTTPD server I am taking. HTTPD server I am taking. And inside this, I'm going to take some hard disk also. Like this, I'm taking some resources inside the Linux machine, guys. Here, I'm creating one Linux machine with all these resources. Linux operating system is available, RDS database is available, HTTPD server also available. Just see, guys, to set up all these things inside the Linux machine, I spent 4 hours of the time, guys. I spent 4 hours of the time to set up all these things inside the Linux virtual machine. 4 hours I spent, guys. 4 hours of the spare time I spent to set up all these things, guys. Okay, fine. So now guys, other team also asked me to create another Linux machine with the same configuration, with the same Linux OS, same RDS, same HTTPD, with the same configuration. Other team also asked me to create the Linux virtual machine. What I need to do? Again, I need to spend 4 hours of the time and I need to create this Linux virtual machine for them also. Right, one more team came and they also asked me to create the Linux machine with the same configuration. See, guys, right here we are creating for the development team. Development team means almost same resources will be available, guys. See here, to create these 3 Linux machines, I spent 4 guys, 12 hours of the time, guys. 12 hours of the time I spent to create this Linux machine. Hey boss, why you are spending this much of time? Why you are spending this much of time? Let's see here, create one mission. First time create one mission, right? So with this mission, create one template, create one image. First time only spend 4 hours of the time and create one image. Create one image, right? From next time onwards, if you want same configuration by using that image, we can create within a fraction of seconds only. Right? Why you are creating unnecessarily, man? See here, first time I'm creating it here. Now observe carefully, guys. First time I'm creating it here, guys. First time I'm going to create it here. Right. Next time onwards, if anybody asks, I don't want to create again, guys. Guys, in my company, multiple projects are running. In my company, multiple projects are running. So this is one project. Right. This is one project. This is one project. Like this, multiple projects are running, guys. For all the projects, say with the same configuration, Linux machines are required. See, total 4 projects are running. For 4 projects, if you want to create individually like this, you need to spend 4 into 4. 4 into 4 for 16 hours you need to spend. Instead of that, create one time, and by using that, create one image. Create one image. From next time onwards, if you want to create the Linux virtual machine with the same configuration, you no need to create once again. Right? By using that image with a fraction of seconds only, we can create, guys. You are not required to spend each mission 4 hours of the time, guys. See, guys, already I have created the image. I have created one image, guys. With this configuration, I have created one image. By using that, see, from here we are creating one image like this. This is the image, guys. This is the image which we are creating. This is the image which we are creating. Right? So now from this image, you can create any number of line exhibitions. You can create any number of line exhibitions, guys, within fraction of seconds only. Within fraction of seconds only. Understood, guys? Understood. Image is nothing but one template, guys. One template. See, guys, right? This is project 1. Project 1. Right, this is project 2. Project 2. So this is project 3. Right, this is project 4. This is project 4. See, guys, for every project, I need one line exhibition with the same configuration. If you have the image, by using that image, we can create within fraction of seconds. If you don't have the image and you want to create manually, one by one, it will take a lot of time, guys. To avoid that, what we are doing, we are creating image. By using that image only, we are creating the instances for all the projects. Is it clear, guys? What is image? What is AMI? What is the advantage of AMI? Is it clear? It provides a template. AMI, it provides a template. AMI, right? So it provide one template, guys. Here, let me take Amazon mission image. Right. So it provides a template. It provides a template to create virtual mission. To create virtual mission, guys. If you want to create the virtual mission, right? So here AMI is providing one template. By using the template, we can create the virtual mission. See, guys, like this, it will provide the templates, guys. How it will is providing Windows AMI. It will provide. Next, Amazon Linux AMI. It will provide. Next, Ubuntu AMI, it will provide. Ubuntu AMI, it is providing. Next, Red Hat AMI, it is providing. Next, Mac AMI, etc. Like this, Linux is right. Like this, AWS is providing several AMIs like this. If you want to create Windows virtual machines, then you can go with this Windows AMI. If you want to create Amazon Linux virtual machines, then you can go with Amazon Linux AMI. If you want to go with Ubuntu virtual machines, then you can create by using Ubuntu AMI. If you want to create Red Hat missions, then you can create by using Red Hat AMI. If you want to create Mac, then you can use Mac AMI to create the virtual machines. Guys, please stop the cameras. Kamakshi, please stop the camera. See, so like this, by using these AMIs, we can create the virtual machines. What is AMI? Amazon Mission Image. It provides a template to create the virtual missions. Just it is providing a template to create the virtual mission. What templates it is providing? Like this: Windows AMI, Amazon Linux AMI, Ubuntu AMI, Red Hat AMI, Mac AMI. Like this, it is providing. By using these images, we can create the Linux virtual missions. Is it clear? Is this clear? Right. So next, what is key pair? What is key pair? What is key pair? We have key pairs. Public and private key pairs are available. We have public and private key pairs are available. See, guys, to provide security for our Linux mission, we will use this key pairs, guys, to secure our virtual missions. To secure our virtual missions. Key pair is going to work as a lock, guys. To secure virtual machines, key pair is going to work as a lock. To secure our virtual machines, key pair is going to work as a lock, guys. Lock. Right? Key pair is the combination of public and private key, guys. Key pair is combination of public and private key. Key pair is combination of public and private key. Public and private key. Key pair is combination of public and private key. Next, guys, right, AWS will secure public key and it will provide private key for us, guys. Whenever you have created the key pair, AWS will store public key for their end only. AWS will store the public key their end only and it will provide the private key for us, guys. Now AWS will store public key and it will provide private key for us. It will provide private key for us, guys. To secure our virtual machines, key pair is going to work as a lock. Key pair is combination of public and private key. AWS will store public key and it will provide private key for us, guys. Private key for us. Next, guys, we will use key pair to connect EC2 instance securely. To connect EC2 instance securely, guys. And we will use key pair to connect EC2 instance securely. Using this public and private keys, we are going to connect EC2 instance. Read it, guys. What is key pairs? Key to secure our virtual machines. Key pair is going to work as a lock, guys. Key pair is combination of two things, public and private key. AWS will store the public key and it will provide private key for us. We will use key pair to connect EC2 instance securely. Using this public and private key, we are going to connect to EC2 instance, guys. Is it clear, guys? What is AMI? What is key pair? Is it clear? To create Linux virtual machine or any virtual machine, all these things must be required. If you want to create any virtual machine, all these 5 things must be required at here. AMI is required, key pair is required, and VPC. Next one is VPC also must be required. What is VPC? VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Guys. Right. Here virtual private cloud means what we will do with this? It will provide the network, guys. It will provide the network for our EC2 instance. If anybody wants to access our resources, what we required? Network must be required. This VPC will provide one private network for our EC2 instance. It will provide a network. It will provide network for EC2 instance. Right? It will provide a network for EC2 instance. To connect with EC2 instance, we need network for that, guys. Without having network, we can't able to connect to EC2 instance. Compulsory network must be required to connect the EC2 instance. And who is providing that network? VPC is providing that network. Guys, here we are creating the EC2 missions. Right? Once you created the EC2 missions, we need to connect that mission. How you can able to connect that machine? By using network. Some network must be required. Who is providing that network? VPC is providing that network, guys. Right, VPC, virtual private cloud, it will provide the network for EC2 instance. EC2 instance, guys. To connect with EC2 instance, we need network for that. Network connect for that, guys. Right, to connect with EC2 instance, we need network. We need network for that. Guys. Without having network, we can't able to connect, guys. Okay. Next, security groups. Guys, right, we will discuss VPC is a 4-day session, guys. Not 1 day. We are going to spend 4 days on VPC. Very, very, very important. In our entire AWS, VPC is one of the most important one, guys. Right. So next one is security groups. Security groups, guys. And what is the security group? And we will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffic. I have created one EC2 missions, guys. I have created the EC2 mission. From outside, people are accessing my EC2 mission. From outside, people are accessing my EC2 mission. Right. So my EC2 mission is accessing some outside resources, guys. Incoming and outgoing, guys. Traffic is coming incoming. Traffic is coming inside. That is incoming traffic. Right. My EC2 mission accessing the outside resources. That is outgoing traffic, guys. Right. Security groups. By using security groups, what we can do? We will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffic, guys. Right. It will security groups, right? Right. We will use security groups. We will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffics. Guys. We will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffics, guys. Right, we need to enable, guys. Right, suppose HTTP, I want to send the request to EC2 mission from my browser. Browser means which type of request you will get? HTTP request, HTTPS request you will get. That HTTP protocol and HTTPS protocol we need to enable in the security group inbound rules, guys. Inbound traffic. From outside, some people are sending the request to our EC2 instance. That is the inbound traffic. From where you are getting the traffic? From the browser. From the browser, what type of request you can able to send? HTTP request. So in the security groups inbound rules, we need to enable HTTP protocol. Then only, right, from browser you can able to access the EC2 instance. Suppose if you are not enabling that HTTP protocol in the inbound rules, then you can't able to access that instance by using browser. From browser you can't able to access, guys. If you want access the EC2 instance from browser, compulsory you should enable HTTP protocol in security groups inbound rules. Okay, we will use security groups to allow incoming and outgoing traffics. Guys. Right. So next, guys, to connect with EC2 instance, we need one network. Sorry, what is this, guys? Security groups, right? Here, to access that EC2 instance, guys, to access a Windows virtual machine, we need to enable one protocol, guys. What protocol we need to enable? To access Windows virtual machine, I have created one Windows virtual machine. To access that Windows virtual machine, I want to enable one protocol, guys. Which protocol I need to enable? RDP protocol, remote desktop. RDP stands for remote desktop protocol. I need to enable. By using that RDP protocol only, you can able to access the Windows machine. Suppose if you want to access the Linux machine, one protocol must be enabled. That is SSH protocol. SSH protocol must be enabled to access the Linux machine. Then only you can able to access. See, guys, to access Windows virtual machine. Windows virtual machine, right, you need to enable RDP protocol, guys. You need to enable RDP protocol on port number to access Windows virtual machine. You need to enable RDP protocol, right, on port number. The default port number of the RDP protocol is 3389, guys. On this 3389 port only RDP protocol is running. So we need to enable RDP protocol on port number 3389 in the inbound rules of security groups. Then only you can able to access. See, guys, right, just give me these things, guys. If you want access Linux, right, which protocol we need to enable? SSH protocol we need to enable. Right, SSH protocol we need to enable. What is the default port number of the SSH protocol on 22 port? The default port of the SSH protocol is 22. You should enable SSH protocol on 22 port, guys. Right. So next, guys, we need to enable HTTP protocol. HTTP protocol, guys. HTTP protocol, guys. Right, on which port HTTP protocol is running, guys? On which port, guys? HTTP right, protocol is running on, right, 80 port, guys. 80 port you need to enable, then only you can able to access. Next, HTTPS, guys. HTTPS, guys. Here then which port we need to enable, guys? HTTPS protocol on 883 port number, 443 port number, guys. So like this, if you want access Linux machines, we need to enable SSH protocol on 22 port. Next, HTTP request. Are you sending HTTP request from the browser? Then you need to enable HTTP protocol on port number 80. Are you sending HTTPS request? HTTPS is nothing but what? Secure HTTP request. S stands for secure. Secure HTTP request you are sending. Then you need to enable 443 port number. Is it clear, guys? If you want to create the Linux virtual machine, all these things are required. AMI, key pair, VPC, security groups, all these things are required, guys. Okay. Have a look into this. EBS we forgot. Okay. So let me add that EBS also. EBS. EBS stands for Elastic Block Store. EBS stands for Elastic Block Store, guys. Right, guys. By default, Elastic Block Store root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance, guys. Whenever you are creating the EC2 instance, by default, one root volume will be attached to the virtual machine. Whenever you are creating the virtual machine, by default, one root volume will be attached. Now, but that root volume is not permanent, guys. Whenever you have terminated, root volume also will be terminated. Whenever you have terminated the EC2 instance, that root volume also will be terminated. It is not permanent, guys. Right? In that root volume, how much RAM you will get, how much memory you will get, guys? You will get 8 GB space. Just you will get 8 GB space only for Linux virtual machine. Suppose if you create a Windows machine, then in the root volume, you will get 30 GB memory. 30 GB memory you will get it here. If you want, you can increase the volume size based on your requirement also, guys. If you want, you can, in detail we will discuss, guys. In detail we will discuss. Just I am giving overview what we require to create the virtual machines. See, guys, EBS by default root volume by default root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. By default, root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. Right. Next, for Linux virtual machine, for Linux virtual machine, by default for Linux virtual machine, by default, right, we will get 8 GB memory. Right, we will get 8 GB memory. 8 GB memory we will get. For Windows machine, for Windows machine, for Windows machine, for Windows VM, it by default we will get 30 GB. We will get 30 GB, guys. And for Windows Linux we will get 8 GB. For Windows we will get 30 GB, guys. If you want, you can increase the root volume size. You can increase the volume size based on our requirement. If you want, you can increase the size, guys. If you want, you can increase the volume size, guys. You can increase the volume size based on requirement, based on your requirement. Read it, guys. Elastic block store. What is EBS? Read it. By default, root volume will be attached to the EC2 instance. For Linux virtual machine, by default, we will get 8 GB memory. For Windows machine, we will get 30 GB. If you want, you can increase the volume size based on the requirement, guys. Now read it, guys. These 5 things are must be required to create the virtual machine. Whether it is Windows virtual machine or Linux virtual machine, these 5 things are mandatory to create virtual machines. Just have a look into this. Guys, we will discuss in detail again. Just I am giving high level, guys. To create the virtual machine, what we require. Just I am giving high level. We will discuss in detail what is EBS, how to create the volumes, how to attach the volumes to virtual machines, how to detach the volumes from the virtual machines. What is VPC? How to create the VPC? How to create the subnets inside the VPC? How to create the internet gateway? How to create the NAT gateway? All those things we will discuss, guys. Security groups, how to enable the port numbers in the security groups. Everything we will discuss in detail. Here just I have given high level overview to create the virtual machine, what we required. Overview I have given it here, guys. Just have a look into these things. Right. Next, guys. Guys, now observe carefully. Now here, I want to create one Windows virtual machine, guys. I want to create one Windows virtual machine. What I need to take? What I need to take it here, guys. Observe. Right, guys. I want to create one Windows virtual machine. How to create that Windows virtual machine, guys? To create the Windows virtual machine, what we require? Observe carefully, guys. The first what we need to give. Right, let me create, guys. Let me create first, then I will come to here, guys. See, guys. Right, let me go to here, guys. Let me go to search box. Here just search like this EC2. EC2 guys. Now here just type EC2 guys. Here you will get guys. Here you can able to find out. Here just click on EC2. Just click on EC2. Guys, virtual servers in the cloud. By using EC2 service, we can create the virtual servers in the cloud guys. Click on EC2. Last 2-3 days network is very slow guys. Guys, this is also gone. See guys, you will get this page. Now here launch instance option is there. Launch instance option is there. Click on this launch instance. Click on this launch instance. Here below we have launch instance. Click on this. I am going to create Windows virtual machine. Observe carefully. Now whatever we have noted, all those things are coming or not will upgrade. Observe carefully guys. All those things are coming or not. Observe carefully. And practically we are going to see how to create the Windows virtual machine. See guys, launch instance page you guys will get. First here we need to give the name of the virtual machine. You need to give the name of the virtual machine. Here I am giving name as my Windows virtual machine. I am giving the name as my Windows virtual machine. My Windows virtual machine. Here I am giving the name as my Windows virtual machine. And here you can give anything. Name you can give anything guys. The first one only, see guys, Amazon mission image. The first one only Amazon mission image you need to select. And here which Linux virtual machine you are which virtual machine you are creating? Windows virtual machine. So here which image we need to select? Windows VM only, Windows image only we need to select. Do you have the Windows image? Yes. Here we have the Windows image. Windows. Select this Windows. Select this Windows. Okay. Now, next guys, after selecting the Windows, go down. Here you need to select the instance type. Here instance type I am keeping T2.micro only. Why? Because that is the free tier eligible. That is the free tier eligible one. That's why I am keeping T2.micro only. Next one guys, key pair. Key pair we need to choose. Here I am going to choose. Do you have Windows 1? No. Windows 1 is not there. Okay. Here we don't have Windows key pair. Windows key pair is not there here. No problem. You can create anything guys. You can take anything. Not only Linux guys. And if you have one key, that is enough guys. Okay. I am selecting this existing one only. Now next go to network and settings. Here security groups. Right, security groups guys. Right, here create security group. When you select this create security group, right here AWS will create one default security group for you. AWS will create one default security group for you. Right, in that default security group, by default one protocol is enabled. The default security group, by default one protocol will be enabled. Which protocol it will be enabled guys? Whenever you have selected the AMI, based on that only corresponding required protocol also will be enabled in the security groups. Here which image we have selected? We have selected Windows image we have selected. Windows AMI we have selected. When you selected the Windows AMI, to access that Windows AMI, which protocol is required? Guys, respond in chat box. To access the Windows AMI, which protocol is required? Which protocol is required to access the Windows AMI, Windows Mission? SSH, Satish? RDP protocol is required. Very good, Najish. RDP protocol is required. It based on the image selection only. Automatically by default protocol required protocol will be enabled, guys. See here, I am selecting create security group. I'm not selecting, guys. I'm giving the right. I'm giving chance to AWS only to create the security group. And if you want, you can create custom security group also. Very good. If you want, you can choose custom security group also. That I will come later how to create the custom security group. For time being, that I am taking the default security group only. It will create default security group with RDP protocol. Here you can see. See guys, here what you got? Yellow RDP traffic. Yellow RDP traffic. I am not selected this, guys. I haven't selected this. Whenever you have selected the image windows, automatically it is selected RDP. RDP is selected. Okay, RDP by default enabled, guys. Next, guys. Next here, VPC. I don't know VPC. I'm new to this AWS. I don't know VPC, guys. No problem. And here AWS is providing one VPC, default VPC for you. AWS is providing a default VPC for you. Tomorrow, if once you are familiar with the custom VPCs, then you can use the custom VPC. Guys, but in company, in real time, we won't use the default VPCs. We will use the custom VPC only. Based on our requirement, we need to create one custom VPC. That custom VPC only we need to use. But here, now initial, you guys are in initial stage, right? You guys don't know how to create the VPC. That's why AWS only providing one default VPC. Choose that default VPC only, right? Default VPC, and here security groups, guys. And here what is the subnet, guys? Can anyone tell me? And here currently we are creating the virtual machine in which region? Mumbai region. Under Mumbai region, how many availability zones are available? 3 availability zones. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Now here subnet means it is asking in which availability zone you want to create the EC2 instance. Drop down, click on this. See guys, 1B, 1C, 1A. 1B, 1C, 1A. If you want any particular one, you can select it, or else it will take preference, guys. It will take whatever, it will take by default any one of these 3. Here I don't have any preferences. Here I have selected no preferences. Okay, it will take it, guys. It will take it. Suppose you guys are booking the train ticket, guys. Reservation. You guys are doing the train reservation. It will ask the seat preference or not. You want a lower berth or middle berth or upper berth or side upper, side lower, it will ask you to select the preference. If you select, you will get that one only. If you are not selecting anything means no preference, anything is fine for me. If you are not selecting anything means what? No preference, anything is fine for me. Here also, if you are not selecting anything, right, it will choose anyone. It will choose any one thing at here, guys. Okay, I'm not selecting anything here also. Okay, here security groups, I'm taking default security group only. Very good. So now check it, guys, what we have selected. But one more thing I want to show. One more thing I want to show. Go down. Go down, guys. Go down. Configure storage. Storage, guys, means volume. Whenever you are creating the Windows virtual machine, by default, root volume will be attached. For Windows, you will get 30 GB. 30 GB you will get by default. Suppose if you select Linux, here you will get 8 GB. Here this is the block store, guys, storage, elastic block store. Root volume will be attached. That root volume 30 GB space you will get it here. Guys, EBS is there, EBS is there, PC is there, VPC is there, security groups is there, pair is there, AMI is there. Here whatever we have noted, all these things we are taking or not. To create the Linux virtual machine, all these things we are considering or not, guys. If you want to create virtual machine, compulsory you should have all these things. Now let me go to here and launch the instance. Right, let it give some time, guys. It will launch the instance. Okay, instance is created. Click on this instance. See guys, this is the instance is creating guys, loading guys. Network is too slow from my end. Please wait guys, it will create. Yeah. See guys, my Windows virtual machine is created. Instance state running. Instance type T2.my micro we have selected. See guys, availability zone, we haven't given any preferences. By default, it is created in AP South 1A. AP South 1A it is created guys. Right. So like this case, like this, these are the details guys. Okay, very good. Now where I have created this Windows virtual machine in the AWS cloud. In the AWS cloud, I have created this Windows virtual machine. 1 minute guys, let me draw the diagram. Right guys. Now let me take AWS cloud. Let me take AWS cloud. This is my AWS cloud. This is my AWS cloud. AWS cloud. Inside this AWS cloud, what I am going to do? I am going to create the right Windows virtual machine. This is my Windows virtual machine. This is my Windows virtual machine. Windows VM we have created. Windows VM we have created. Right now, if you want to connect with this Windows VM, what we require guys? I want to connect with this Windows VM. What we require? What we require to connect with this Windows VM guys? I have created this case. What we require? Observe carefully guys. And from my laptop, I want to connect with this virtual machine which is created in the AWS cloud. And what we need to do? Observe carefully guys. Observe carefully. So this is my laptop. This is my laptop guys. This is my laptop. This is my laptop guys. Inside my laptop, I need to take RDP. I need to take RDP guys. Remote desktop I need to open. Inside my laptop, I'm going to take the RDP. RDP protocol I'm going to open inside my laptop guys. Right? Client software we don't need to install anything guys. In your machine RDP is already available guys. You don't need to install anything in your machine. RDP is already available. With that you can able to connect. Right guys, here we need to enable one protocol which is 3333. See here we need to enable the port guys. We need to enable the port also at here. Right, for Windows what port I have given? For Windows what port I have given here guys? Here I have given the port number also. And what port I have given for RDP? For RDP 3389 guys. By using 3389 port we can able to connect. Here port number 3389 I have given. 3389 I have given guys. Okay, like this we need to connect. Perfect. Now go to here guys. This is my Windows VM. And here just type RDP. Just type RDP guys. Remote desktop connection. RDP means remote desktop connection. Open this RDP. Open this RDP. Here it is asking to give the computer name. It is asking to give the computer name guys. Here you need to give the computer name, which computer you want to connect. Go to here, select this mission, here we have the public DNS, and here we have the public DNS. Copy this one, go to here, paste here, paste here, paste here. This is the public, this is the computer name. Next guys, click on connect guys, click on connect, click on connect. Right, what is the username guys? What is the username here? Here username we need to give. What is the username? What is the username we need to give? Username guys, what is the username? For every mission will have one user, right? For every mission will have one user. Here who is the user guys? In this case, who is the user? Who is the user in this case guys? And if you check it here, you can see guys, you can see username is I'm going to take it as administrator. Administrator I'm taking as the username. Here you will get the details guys. Here I'm giving the administrator as the username. What about password guys? Do you have the password? Do you have the password guys? How you will give the password? See guys, here we have the option to get the password. Here password option, get the password. Click on this get password. Click on this get password guys. And here we have the private key. We have the private key file. We need to upload that private key file guys. We need to upload that private key file. Upload it. Upload the private key file. And here what we have taken, my Linux. What we have taken is my Linux key pair. Now go to downloads. In downloads I have the my Linux key pair. My Linux key pair. My Linux key pair.pem is available. Open this one and upload this one. This is uploaded, and this is uploaded at here. Now decrypt the password. Click on decrypt password. Click on decrypt password. Super. See guys, here you guys got the password. Take this password and paste it here. Take this password and give it here. Password. Now click on OK. Right, yes. Guys, are you guys are connected to the Windows virtual machine or not? So this is the Windows virtual machine which we have created in the AWS cloud. 1 minute guys, you guys will get a desktop, desktop icons, everything you will get. Please wait. My Windows VM not username man. Just I have given the name like that. You can give any name there. Yes, this is the right Windows virtual machine desktop guys. Now if you minimize this, this is my Windows machine. This is my Windows machine guys. Now again if you expand this, this is the here network and all these things guys. Do you want to allow your PC to be discoverable by other PCs and device networks? No, not required for me. Click on no at here. Right guys, now this is the mission guys. This is the mission which you are getting. See here you can create the folders and all. Here you can create any folders. Folder right here you can give a sample folder. Right now inside this you can create the files also. And files also you can create it here. Open this folder. Here you can create a test file. You can create a file guys right here. Like a text document I am creating here. A demo.txt. You can create like this at here guys. You can create like this a folder. Inside the folder files, everything you can create. Where I'm creating all these things inside the Windows virtual machine, not in my mission. Inside the Windows machine you are creating all these things guys. Okay, now here see guys, here also you have the file explorer is there. Now here if you go to here you can see the C drive, D drive, these kind of things you can see it here. And everything is available at here. Everything is available at here also. Is it clear guys? Sorry, not this one. Okay. Right, so like this you need to connect it to the Windows virtual machine, guys. Is it clear how to connect with that? Right. Now observe carefully, guys. Now observe carefully. Let me close this one. Let me close this one, guys. Okay. Now what I am going to do? Go to this Windows virtual machine. Go to this Windows virtual machine. And here, go to this Windows virtual machine. By default, RDP protocol is enabled, right? My Windows VM. Select this one. Select this one. Select this one. Here, go to security. Go to security. Right now, here, if you go down little bit, here security groups are available. Click on the security groups. Click on the security groups. Click on this security groups. Right. So now in the security groups we have two things, guys. One is inbound rules. Second one is the outbound rules. One is inbound rules. Second one is the outbound rules are available. See, guys, inbound rules, outbound rules are available, guys. And go to inbound rules. Edit the inbound rules, guys. Edit the inbound rules. See, guys, here by default RDP protocol is enabled on 3389 port or not? Am I enabled this one? No, guys. By default, whenever you have selected Windows virtual machine image, Windows AMI, automatically it is enabled. RDP protocol TCP, right? RDP protocol 3389. Suppose if you don't have this one, you delete this one, save the rules, save the rules. Can you able to connect this? Can you able to connect this? Let me check. I don't know. Let me check it. Go to here RDP. Go to RDP. Click on remote desktop connection. And here give the name, guys. Here give the name. What is the name, guys? What is the name of the instance? EC2 instances. EC2 instances. Right here. Go to this. Go to general section. Okay, network is too worst. Go to details, guys. Right here we have the public domain name. Sorry, public DNS. Take this one. Go to here. Give it here, guys. Give it here. Connect, guys. Connect. We'll see what it will give. And we have removed that RDP protocol in the security groups. Then we'll see what it will happen. What you are getting? Remote desktop can't connect to the remote computer for one of these reasons. One is remote access to the server is not enabled. Read it, guys. We are not enabled the remote access. The remote computer is turned off. The remote computer is not available on the network. We are not enabled, guys. We are not enabled. That's why you can't able to connect. If you want to connect, compulsory, right, that security groups, inbound rules, that right, RDP protocol should be enabled. Now let me go to security group. Right, go to this ID, security groups ID. Right now here go to inbound rules. Click on the edit inbound rules. Here I am going to enable. Here I am going to enable add rule. Click on add rule. Here let me add port number as 3389. 3389. Custom anywhere we can access. Save the rules. Save the rules. Perfect. Right now instances. Okay, now go to here, guys. Right now try once again, connect. Wow, see, guys, is it changed or not? Earlier we got the error. Now you can able to connect, guys. Now you can able to connect like this. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? How to connect to Windows virtual machine?
Yes, sir.
And here what we have given, it here. See guys, and here we enabled the RDP protocol, and here we have given these details, guys. We have given these details. Name we have given. Name what we have given, guys. Right here, name we have given this one. So this is the name of the computer we have given, guys. Name of the computer we have given it here. Next here we have given the username. Username we have given. What username we have given? Administrator. Administrator we have given as the username. Password. Password we have given. What is the password we have given, guys? What is the password we have given it here? Right, guys, here let me check. Is it showing? No problem. See guys, here correct this one, guys. Click on correct. Click on connect. How you will get the username password, guys? Click on this RDP client. Click on this RDP client. Here you can able to see the username as administrator. Username as administrator, and here you will get the password also at here. Get a password. If you want to get the password, we need to upload the private key. Upload the private key. Here where we have the private key, my Linux key pair. Select this one. Open. Now here click on decrypt password. Decrypt password. Here password is generated. Copy this password. Copy this password and paste here. So like this, these are the details which we have given, guys. So these are the details we have given there. Okay. So with these details we have corrected, guys. With these details we have corrected with Windows virtual machine. With these details we have corrected with this Windows virtual machine. Let me add the step set here. To create the Windows virtual machine, what steps we follow? And here first name of the VM we have given. What I have given? My Linux VM. My Linux VM I have given as the name. Next here I have given the selecting AMI. Selecting AMI. Here we have selected the AMI. Which AMI we have selected? Windows AMI we have selected. Windows AMI we have selected it here. Next we have selected instance type. Instance type we have selected. What is the instance type we have selected? T2.micro. T2.micro we have selected as the instance type. Next we have selected key pair. Key pair we have selected it here. Key pair we have selected. What key pair I have selected? My Linux key pair. My Linux key pair I have selected. It selecting existing key pair or create new key pair. Anything you can do it here, guys. Select existing key pair or create new key pair. Create new key pair. Anything you can do it here, guys. Anything you can do. Next, guys, security groups. Security group, guys. Here we need to enable it. My security group I have given it here, guys. And here existing my security group. You can give existing or else you can create also. Then you can give existing or select existing new also, guys. Next here root volume by default it 30 GB for Windows. By default 30 GB for Windows. 30 GB for Windows. By default 30 GB for Windows, guys. Right? In security group, right, we enabled RDP protocol in security group. Right, Windows. And here RDP we have selected. Port number 33810 port we have enabled. Right. So next, guys, And here, if you want to connect with this, here what we need to give, guys? Name of the computer. It will ask name of the computer. It is asking that we need to give. And username. It is asking that you need to give. Password. It is asking. Password. It is asking. Password here. Password here. Already we have given this one. Username. Administrator. Administrator we have given as the username. Computer name we need to select from here, guys. Computer name we need to take the public one. So like this you need to give the details, guys. These are the details you need to give, guys. Okay, is it clear, guys? Outbound functionality, by default it is selected all traffic, guys. My virtual machine can able to access anything from outside. Right here, by default outbound traffic means it is selected all traffic. All traffic means my virtual machine can access anything from outside. My virtual machine wants to access Gmail application, it can. My virtual machine wants to access Facebook application, it can. My virtual machine wants to access Twitter, it can. Anything my virtual machine can able to access. Right, then what traffic we need to here? We need to give here all traffic should be allowed. All traffic we need to select. By default it is selected that only. By default it is selected that only, guys. Right, now you can see here, if you go to here you can go to here, right, go to instances, right here select this VM. Right now go to security groups, here outbound rules, click on outbound rules. Right, in outbound rules what they have given, guys? Click on outbound rules, it is not selected. It is loading, guys. See, all traffic is allowed means right, this instance can access anything from outside. This instance can access anything from outside, guys. By default all traffic is enabled in the outbound rules. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. This is the way to connect with Windows virtual machine, guys. Right, so we will continue remaining thing in next session, guys. Right here today network is too slow, guys. I'm getting irritation. But if network is not good, it is very difficult to see. Okay, I will share these notes, guys, just to practice it. And tomorrow we will continue, guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night. I'm stopping here.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Hello.
Thank you. Good night.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
stopping here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
While creating virtual machine, in subnet we have selected availability zone 1A.
Yeah. Not yet selected.
Yeah.
If
I
any
have given any.
disaster-
I haven't given any preferences. By default, it is selected.
Okay, sir. By default, if any disaster occurs, means the data will be lost, sir, in 1A.
Pardon?
If any disasters occurs in availability zone 1A, the
Yeah.
data will be lost, or is there any backup?
So that I will discuss. Actually, here at the time of creating it, so we need right here generally. Right, so it will create. Suppose when we are going to deploy the application, right? So it will do in multiple areas, guys. Multiple areas it will do. If any disaster things are happened, it will recover from there, guys. From other location, it will recover. So that's why availability zone to another availability zone, at least it will maintain 100 to 150 kilometers distance, guys. Anything, any earthquake or anything is happened, automatically that available zones will get crashed, right? So it will collect that data from other locations, guys. That I will explain, guys. If anything is happened, any disaster things are happened, how it will recover, that I will explain, guys. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
fine, guys. Thank you, guys. We will connect tomorrow.